call it swag, some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Forced out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Midway through the season, now staying in that top 25, staying relevant in the playoff discussion, that's a big deal. But what do they need to do in the second half of the schedule here?
Less attention to the number beside their name, more attention to what's still out there to be played for. There's the college football playoff, there's big bowl games. There's a lot out there still. You've got to win. That's the key right now in the second half of the season. Taking one game at a time and making sure you leave it all out on the field.
No doubt, because you don't know what's going to happen in the top 25 around you. You don't know who's going to lose. We've seen it now. More parity with transfer portal and NIL, more losses and upsets that you were like, that would never happen, and then you're right back in it.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a baller.
Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Gets it out quickly. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's the handoff. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hold and fire complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Give to the back.
Every offense defense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Going to sling it on second down. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity and put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could. Guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He spun that wheel of fortune by... challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. He'll get rid of it. Find space on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
Floats it out in space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love the job by the receiver there on the crow route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Smashes ahead. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
To the air on second down. Looking left. He's got it. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Using the quick game. third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Seagal. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Kent State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's on target and complete. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to throw again. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion. But if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. He might want another play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They run into a bit of trouble here, third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The corners are walked up tight. Release to the back. It's caught. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it first and 10 from the 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. That is what you call putting a little air under it and letting your guy run to it.
Exactly right, Reese. It's so hard to track that football when you put so much air underneath it, and I'm trying to run with the wide receiver. He's so used to doing that every single day in practice, and you could tell he saw the ball great, went up and plucked it.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That gets them back to within 10.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. and has it back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Back open in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rushes on him. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going for the big play. Makes a grab deep. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He's got an open man. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The run from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Dances away to buy time. And down he goes back at the 3.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Makes the catch at the midfield logo. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the kickoff play.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. This is now a 7-point game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The sure hands, it's Kingsbury. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off play action. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Uncorks one. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ranking. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick.
He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Finds a spot in the middle. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Now the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly that time.
Turning it on! We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, break. Football making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and